and welcome to your monthly reading. Last month, there was a few toughies, that we had to hit the nail on. I remember, if I recall correctly, it was the Devil card that was really highlighting your reading last month. So hopefully this month in April, we've made a few changes and adjustments, Virgo, and let's see exactly what we can do for you. And let's see what's going on. Okay, so Virgo, our monthly focus this month is the Five of Cups. Our spiritual focus this month is the Five of Cups. And for me, every time I see this card come up for Virgo, to me personally, this is dealing with disappointment. And most importantly, this is dealing with the emotions and everything that was exhausted into either a relationship or into a project or into something. But I feel cups, so I feel like more interpersonal relationships, romantic or friendships. But I feel like there's something that is being left behind indefinitely this month for you, Virgo. And this is really a time for you right now to just kind of take the time to grieve. What's really great about the Five of Cups, however, is despite the fact that you do have these three spilled cups, you have the two that are standing upright, Virgo. So your spiritual focus this month is try not to focus so much on everything that you've lost. Try not to focus so much on everything that you've lost, Virgo. And be aware of all of the blessings that you have standing behind you, which I know is easier said than done. And I feel like this is really important to you, whatever it is that you feel like that you've lost. But trust, again, the process of all... Oh, Apollo, almost knocked Apollo over. But trust, again, the process of all of this, Virgo, that this really is for your own good and this is for your own highest benefit. I want to pull another card here just for clarifications. Seven of Cups, which to me tells me, Virgo, that your spiritual focus this month is going to be disappointment coming from having your illusions shattered. And I don't mean that in like a very dramatic way, but I feel like there's a big disillusioning for you spiritually, Virgo, where you're almost going to kind of snap out of the rose-colored glasses that you've been looking over and looking through things with, maybe a relationship with, maybe refusing to acknowledge all of these very obvious red flags or these very obvious problems, Virgo. But there's going to be something that you are really acknowledging and finally realizing now that is going to come as a really great disappointment to you. And I feel like this month, this is going to be taking up just a little bit, kind of a lot of your time trying to sort through the mess of all of just these emotions that are unfolding. Again, Seven of Cups is illusion. So maybe for some of you Virgos, there was a relationship, or maybe there's a prospect of something, or maybe you thought something was going to change and it actually didn't, or maybe there was something that presented itself to you in a way that it was actually the contrary to that, or maybe there's something that is yet to be discovered, and almost some of you guys might be picking and picking and picking until you really almost uncover that layer of what you were looking for, and finding out the truth or finding out what was underneath all of that will come as a disappointment to you. However, it is necessary. Your monthly focus is the Four of Coins, which to me tells me you are really focusing this month on stabilizing yourself financially, most importantly. Maybe some of you guys are really focusing on trying to get yourselves out of debt, but I really feel like what's most important for you here is being happy of your own accomplishments, and that's kind of like almost like the vibe that I'm getting here as well. The month really, along with dealing with the disappointment, Virgo, on the coin side, and we're gonna look at it that way. On the coin side of all of this, I see you guys almost like hoarding or clutching onto your own accomplishments. Could be maybe money, or maybe just something that you're working on that's going to cause a lot of pride for you and make you feel very proud. So I feel like that's going to help you balance out just this emotional disappointment here that some of you guys might be feeling here, with a sense of accomplishment as well. So despite the fact that your emotions might be a little bit off in your practical sense, Virgo, in your home life, your finances, really that stability, kind of stable, kind of like a sense, you have found that balance that you've kind of been looking for, and you're really going to be holding on to that. That's kind of going to be the rock that's going to get you through the rest of the month, because I really feel like this emotional situation is going to be very taxing towards you. So this is really great to have these Pentacles cards here with you. The monthly lesson that you're going to learn here is the Two of Rods. So I feel like what's important for you to learn this month, Virgo, more than anything, is understanding that I almost feel like I think of like this verse in the Bible where Jesus says, what good is it for a man to gain the whole world and yet forfeit his own soul? And in that same kind of a way, Virgo, I really feel like telling you something that's being presented to you, or maybe something that you think you want and that might seem like the whole world to you, would make your world, almost so to speak, or make you really feel satisfied or very happy. I almost feel like take some consideration into time and to really look into that, because it's like, is it at what cost? is really what I feel like telling you with this, Virgo. At what cost is this temporary or this ephemeral happiness going to come to you? Because the Two of Rods to me is all about balancing your action with your passions, and you're doing that here with the Four of Coins. But I feel like there's also a prospect that's coming in here too. Maybe it's even from the Seven of Cups energy here. There's a sense of illusion, or maybe something that you're going to be catering to, or maybe be swayed by maybe the emotions or the actions of another person. Maybe be like, oh, they seem to have changed, or maybe they seem to have, maybe they're doing a little bit differently now. Maybe this might pull you in, and again, but at what cost, Virgo? It's just like, is this really exactly what it is? Because again, remember, Seven of Cups is illusions. Be very careful with the way things are being presented to you right now, Virgo, because they might not be exactly that in the long haul. Positively influencing you, again, is the Knight of Pentacles. So to me, this is telling me that you have the confidence and you have the practicality and the ability to actually carry on with your sense of home, almost, Virgo. So it's just like, I feel like some of you guys here have just, and I would just want to pull a little bit here, there's been a blossoming in a relationship, and it's not with another person. I feel like this is with yourself. So it's almost like, I feel like you guys, positively influencing is you guys are taking this new relationship with sorting out your finances and sorting out just like your sense. Again, maybe this could be clearing debt. This could be paying some things off that you need, or maybe working towards a monetary, or I don't know, the word's not coming to that for me right now, but a physical kind of thing you're working toward, like a car or a house, or something like that. But I feel like you guys are really taking a lot of great pride in this month, and it's really influencing you. And again, this is really driving you forward. It's helping you move forward and not linger too much here on this Five of Cups energy here. However, negatively influencing you is the Six of Cups, which to me is telling me that you are going to have a lot of difficulties with the past coming up again. So it's like, I feel like whatever's going on with you this month, Virgo, this has to do with past memories. Maybe this, and I don't think childhood, I think that in the past relationship even, maybe there's some dwelling of the good times and how things used to be and how beautiful things used to be and how wonderful things used to be. And again, used to be, Virgo. I feel like this is kind of where your headspace is at, is going to be a lot this month, is struggling with used to be and how things were. But the reality of it is, Virgo, is that is not how things are. And I feel like you have to be careful. Again, stop looking through things through rose-colored glasses and looking through things through, this tinted way into which you're not really looking at the entire picture, and be brave enough and bold enough to actually see everything that's being presented to you as it actually is. That's why I say, at what cost, Virgo? It's almost like, do not choose to be fooled. That's really the only thing I'm telling you. It's just like, don't allow yourself to be fooled, and don't choose to be fooled just because it takes you back to a fondness, or just because it takes you back to a time it makes you remember how things used to be. So it's like, be very careful of the words, of the deceptive words that people are using towards you. I see Seven of Cups, so I see like a water sign, either sun, moon, or rising it could be, but I really feel like this is somebody who's going to be very good at knowing how to push your buttons and knowing exactly what to say, almost. All right, so be very weary of that, Virgo. And a word of advice is the Three of Coins, which to me is telling me, stick to your convictions. That's just the strongest thing that comes to mind with me, Virgo, is stick to your convictions, stick to your beliefs, Virgo. What you believe initially is right. Okay, it's just like, do not allow yourself to become dissuaded or your thoughts to become interrupted by the promises of something that you cannot prove. It's just like, there's pretty words mean nothing, and be careful not to fall into these pretty words here with the Seven of Cups, with these false emotions and these feel-good things that are kind of going to be presented to you, Virgo, because the reality of it is, again, at what cost? It's going to make you feel good right then and there, but you're just going to find yourself back at this Five of Cups energy, and maybe even twice as disappointed, because it's like you fell for that again. So be really careful. Stick to your convictions, Virgo. Listen to your gut. I'm going to pull one more card for you here. Look at that. Seven of Swords, and that's just mirroring the Seven of Cups here. And Seven of Swords, again, to me is a very sneaky, it's a very deceptive, it's kind of a lying card. So be careful with the information that someone is telling you. Someone this month, Virgo, is not being honest with you, okay? And have the insight and have the third eye almost to be able to tell that, and to be able to call bullshit when you call bullshit, regardless of who it is. It doesn't matter who this is going to come from, but this is a matter of you being able to decipher who is being honest with you and who isn't. Seven of Cups, Seven of Swords. Be very careful with a very close relationship to you, Virgo, in which someone is trying to lie to you. or to take you for a run around or to run a game on you, Virgo. Please be careful with that this month. All right, so we're going to go ahead and shuffle some cards. And let's see what channel messages we get. Card. Let's pull a card here. She's a Virgo, that's why she's doing this. It's Two of Coins. Okay? So again, it's finding that balance, Virgo. It's finding that balance, and that's really what's most important for you here is this very last message for you. You have the ability to do so even though you're doubting it. You know, it's just like you feel like overwhelmed by your work life, by your emotional life, and you feel like both of them are almost like battling for supremacy. Almost here and almost like which one should be more important. But the reality of it is, Virgo, is they're both equally important, and you're going to find out this month why you have the ability to actually balance these things, actually level the playing field here. I also have a sense of fairness here. I almost feel like pointing that out here as well too. This is about you making things fair. And I don't mean that in the traditional, you know, I'm going to be the nice guy, you know, kind of a way. I almost feel like this is you this month, Virgo, really leveling the playing field and almost kind of reaching to the point where you say, you know what, this is how you've been towards me, and I'm going to give you exactly that in return, and I'm not really going to care about it because you're going to give what you're being given, Virgo, and I think that really that's just what's going to benefit you right now at the end. Stop giving more to people who should not be getting that from you. Okay. Alrighty, Virgo, I will end your reading on that note. I hope that that gives you any kind of insight or wisdom. I do hope to see you next month. And thank you so much for taking the time to watch, and I will see y'all next time.